This is a great small batch recipe to know about. These coconut buttercreams with soft centers made with coconut and covered in chocolate are made with very few ingredients and always delicious. To make these chocolate coconut buttercreams, you will need 1/2 stick of unsalted butter softened, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of coconut extract, 1/2 cup of shredded coconut, and 2 to 2 1/2 cups of powdered sugar. For the chocolate for dipping, you will need 1 cup of milk chocolate chips, 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. My softened butter is really melted butter. I added my vanilla and my coconut extract, stirring well. Now I'm stirring in my 1/2 cup of shredded coconut, stirring well. And now it's just a matter of adding our powdered sugar until it forms a soft candy dough. This will just take small additions until about 2 cups is incorporated, maybe a little bit more. It'll just depend. I'm mixing with my wooden spoon, and now this is a time when your hand becomes your best tool. So you just want to gather this all up by squeezing it together with your hand to bring it into a nice soft ball. Our candy mixture has formed a nice and solid ball, and now I'm just breaking off pieces and using my hands, just rolling it into balls and placing them on a parchment-lined baking sheet, which will then go into the freezer for about 30 minutes before they're ready to be dipped in chocolate. This recipe makes about 16 pieces of candy. As always, when melting your chocolate for dipping, I like to use the stove top over a double boiler, but you can also use a microwave. I've added my coconut oil and my chocolate chips, and I'll gently heat this over medium heat, stirring until it's nicely melted. Our chocolate has melted nicely, and our candy has been in the freezer for 30 minutes, so now it's just a matter of dipping them in the chocolate. You're ready to dip them in the chocolate. I like to put about 4 chocolate balls into my hot chocolate, and using a small spoon, just kind of stir them around and gently lift them out and transfer them to the parchment-lined baking sheet. Again, if your chocolate starts to seize up on you, you may have to put it back on the stove just to heat it a little bit. You'll know if you need to do that. Now back in the freezer for about 15 to 30 minutes before I finish them. I'm finishing these lovely coconut buttercreams off with a white chocolate drizzle. You can just as easily skip this part or use some of your leftover chocolate as well. I like to store my candy in the freezer, but these buttercreams do well at room temperature. If you like Mounds bars, this recipe is fast and easy with simple ingredients. These coconut buttercreams are a perfect candy for Easter.